Hello, hello. I'll be with you in a moment. So, well, they both took a bit and didn't take long at all. Just as I started to stream, the doorbell went, so yeah, had to tend to that. So, 36 of 96. About a third of the game, a little bit more. And I'm sure we'll be able to unlock something new. Maybe today, maybe next week. Especially seeing there's been an update. Now, sadly, the update's not actually something new. It's the first console patch Apparently it didn't release on the Switch just yet, but it came to PS5 and PS4, so... Bug fixes, Now, there weren't any major game-breaking bugs in my... As far as I recall, at least I didn't encounter any. But... little text bugs, the fact that the intro didn't play, which should have been fixed with the update yesterday. Which is nice, or... I say yesterday. It updated this morning, a couple of hours ago, so... We'll see! The go back looks a bit funky. Immediately notices a new problem. So there's nothing actually clickable on this, sadly. But might as well just jump into it. Today I shouldn't be looking at an hour's worth of delay mid-stream. So, should be fine. Customize, get everything. I do wonder what's this supposed to be. Full coming soon. Yeah, apparently. Isn't this the full game? Anyway. Let's see if we can get one of the new mysteries as well. Randomize for bad luck. Works out every time. Oh, we're gonna get the full intro. City of Shiokawa, Japan, 1980X. Something strange is happening in our town. There it is. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also new unknown threats. Like idol culture? Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. We've been to that pyramid. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. Oh. Just hit a cat on accident. Hey, intro, woo! A bit preoccupied with the cat, sorry. She's having a good time. She had a rough morning. Just started throwing up. Just been to the salad bar. Had some grace. A little too much. So, yeah. So her breakfast ended on the floor. And now she's happy again. Surely the singular blade of grass made its way out as well at some point. But I'm sure that's not what you want. Cat vomit stories. You're here to have actual horror stories. So last week, in the final run, we unlocked... Well, not the final one, the second to last run. We unlocked Ayaka Kuroi, the witch, Majo. They didn't want to participate in Ayaka's ritual. Now they are all dead and their souls will continue to torment her. Plus knowledge minus luck. She's got loads of curses going. That's just weird. Yuri Okusawa. Okusawa? The hunted heiress. That's too many kanji I only have a vague grasp of. Something terrible is stalking Yuri. With each passing day, Judy. Its presence is getting nearer and nearer. Plus perception starts with family curse. Now, I started with the witch girl last week. Or I ended on her. Just quickly had her go up against stuff to try out what it is that she does. So we're gonna go backwards. Start with Jury. And Koji is also still... He's the only guy left who hasn't finished the game. Right? Or is it Haru? No, it's Haru, isn't it? It's Haru. Koji unlocked the girls. Haru died. Oh, I'm getting mixed up now. Anyway. Random. There's also timeline B, which I probably want to stick to World of Horror for now. Additional action has changed in both mysteries and endings. Yeah. We'll do it normally. And I might just start going through the characters that are definitely that's when I always fail skill checks. So, let's do it like this. Old gods are awakening. Still going classic. Select an old god. Kefak Atorası. Oh, I don't know what I want. We defeated each of them at this point. I don't know if did I do the spider twice? Nah. Let's do it. Kefak Atorası is once again awakening from its slumber. Blinded by its impossible to satisfy hunger, it has started to tear down the walls of its cocoon prison. Stop it before it devours us all. Can't run from combat. 7th curse. More funds, but can't have human allies. On the run. Till the horror catches you, leveling up costs 50 experience less. The horror. Well, that's beautifully ominous. Loads of money. Let's head home. I'll take the occult shop. That's all great. Illegal den. Maybe saving now actually works. Oh, she. What was it? Registry, yeah. Save. Confirm and continue. No mail. She ain't looking too great. It's like, yeah, sure, put on the occult sweater. Nothing. It's a nice day. What a beautiful day. Somebody tore down our poster. Inexplicable morbid events. What you got? Freaky feature found footage. The Fear Festival. Perilous Parable of the Peculiar Painting. That one's new. Memoir of Morbid Mermaids. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. Oh wait. The horror is slowly getting closer. That can't be good. There's still the Insmasu Castle. There's still the runaway option to run into the sewers. For now, I wanna do both of these, but let's do the new one. Perilous Parable of the Peculiar Painting. A damp-looking letter addressed to you arrived this morning. Mami Aichiro, a famous painter you were once a huge fan of, has replied to a message you sent him last summer. He thanked you for the letter and invited you to his mansion. You are going to witness the creation of his true masterpiece, he wrote. Just how could you decline? Yeah, honestly, that would be rude. Mamiya Mansion. You finally arrived at the mansion gate. You're afraid you will never be able to remove the lingering musty smell of wetlands from your clothes. Now, where is everyone? Let's have a look. Let's enter the mansion. Oh, there's a local legend about a heartbroken seamstress. One stormy night, she broke into the local inn and stitched the unsuspecting guests together. Final gruesome artwork. But that's just a legend, right? Rifle through the cupboard. I found you at last. Okay. Uzumaki. Continue your search. While walking through the empty mansion, you can hear something rustling in the bushes behind the building. Mamiya-san. It's a giant spider. Putting your hand in that hole was a bad idea. Seeing the big spider escape, you hope it wasn't poisonous. Crouching next to the moss-covered stone is a woman. Hello? It'll hopefully go away. Are you here for Ichiro-san's showcase of the newest painting? Ah, well, my manners. My name is Amy. I'm currently working for the art gallery in Shiokawa. She smiles. Ichiro-san is somewhere in the mansion, I'm sure. I'd help you look for him, but I want to catalog these, she says, pointing at the rock. It's just a spider girl. Spider girl. These ritualistic markings are unique to this region, I've been told. Forest, foyer, painting studio. Yeah, let's go to the painting studio. You crouch down and press your head against the locked door, trying to see anything through the keyhole. It's so dark you can barely make out shapes. You'll have to find a way to turn the lights on. No, I'm sure we'll manage. Go again. The room layout of this place doesn't make any sense. You've been trying to leave this mansion when each door seems to be the same musty hallway. You start to panic trying to find a solution. Don't have self-therapy. Look for a way out. You decide to follow the wall on your left. When you touch it with your hand, you hear a click sound and a hidden door appears in front of you. A way out! Some reason. Well, that was a waste of a success, probably. There are countless paintings hung on the walls of this mansion. Well, he is a painter. All of them show alien landscapes and weird humanoids dancing around in circles. What did I just say? He's a painter. You don't recognize any of these, but the technique used is unmistakable. Ichiro-san painted these. What you got? Boarded up building, foyer, studio, work shed, or the forest. No? Corpses are strung on wires like macabre marionettes. Totally normal. There are countless paintings hung on the walls of the mansion. Yep, that's still the same. Guess let's go to the workshop. We'll explore. At some distance from the main building, there's an old workshop, even though the surroundings are now overgrown. In its heyday, it must have been used to store the gardening equipment. Inside is really dark, and you don't have the time to search this place closely. Have a flashlight. Oh, we actually got a flashlight. You find a toolkit by the door. Flashlight seems like the best choice, but a sudden crash coming from the mansion distracts you from further investigating the workshop. Use it. Might as well. Yes. That's all great. There's probably nothing here. No, we actually need to turn on the lights. Who the funk it? Advance the mystery. Ichiro-san. In the mirror, you catch a glimpse of something that shouldn't be there. Oh, that advanced the horror as well. Ugh. You find a key in one of the desk drawers. You head towards the private rooms, hoping to find the painter himself. Private rooms, studio. Yeah, sure. Countless spoons fly out of the cupboard when a ghastly figure materializes in the middle of the room. A Rumu ghost. Oh, 2 damage. Can burn some money. Feels inefficient, but... Sava kick! I shall release you from these shackles of this world! Every surface on the room you enter is covered in obscene paintings and grotesque monster faces. In the middle of the room, you spot Ichiro-san, repeatedly stabbing Amy and splattering her blood over an empty canvas. Ichiro-san smiles when he notices you. Ah, my biggest fan. I can't let you know my secret. Slowly takes off his glasses. Dude. Oh, that's a lot. And we can't rain. If this actually just kills her. Found a branch. Oh yeah. Like 4 damage. Ah, just 32 health. Damn Nashes. It's inefficient. %50 hit chance. Yeech. 5 damage. Ooh. And he crit us. You will become my next masterpiece. I don't doubt it. That's a very quick. Damn. He just beat us up. 2 new enemies. And just like that, back to the, to the main screen. Well, let's just pretend this never happened. Continue. Randomize for... Nope. Didn't randomize for bad luck. This can only go badly. It's the intro again. The beautiful intro. Didn't get this one last time. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you'll finally arrive in the doomed town. Oh, there's the horror. Let's just do the same thing again, but not the spooter. Let's take Ito. That's probably not a good idea to take Itotu. Let's say Goizo. Banished from the other dimension a long time ago, Goizo has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare and teleport its prey straight through reflective glass. The glimpses behind your reflections are just the beginning of a real nightmare. Brittle bones. Discharge summary. Well, might as well. Medical kit. No, didn't save. Boo. So, let's just... Yes. What we got? Bizarre brute, or the blood-curdling botanist. Alarming account of abnormal arms. Eerie episode of evolving eels. Rotten report of rancid ramen. And vicious verses of a violent vigil. The ramen's probably one of the easier ones. Don't really know what to do about the arms. To get the alternative ending. Also not really sure about a botanist. But this time at least we'll be able to actually buy stuff. Well, now I know the painting's an enclosed. Could also reroll mysteries. Yeah, I'll... The mermaids. Crimson Cape again. More eels. The teacher. Vicious verses. Don't think the cape's the best idea. Let's go mermaids. Macabre memoir of morbid mermaids. The janitor was obsessed with mermaids. He collected every scrap of the legend around him in the school basement. Now his mind has snapped. He decided it's time to make one of his own, using unfortunate students' bodies as material. I don't need a tutorial game, thanks. Do I want this seaside stuff? Probably. Also the hardware shop. Carpenter hammer. I like my hammer. She's very slow, unfortunately. High perception, but that's about it. Get it. Investigate. A woman bumps into you as she runs from the beauty parlor. Before you can say anything, you notice her face. She's carved out her own eyes. If I can see it, it can't see me, right? You shudder, seeing a faint vision of Goizo reflected in the beauty parlor's mirrors. To Stam. Already. Come on, Goizo. Asking around the neighborhood got you some results. It seems that all the girls attend the same school. I want an ally, but... Charisma is 5. Oh, he's gonna help. He gave us a charisma. Nice. No, she doesn't. They probably won't. Nope. Dang. Investigate. Your reflection twists and shimmers when you're not looking at it directly. Goizo is getting closer. Blood Frenzy. Damage from receive additional combat damage. Free stamina to discard. All the missing girls were apparently members of the school swimming team. Maybe someone saw the kidnapper stalking them. Ooh. Stand in the middle of a baseball field, built back when the school had a team. It's slowly become overgrown, and students only go here to study or relax. Suddenly, something feels very wrong about this place, but you can't quite put your finger on it. What's wrong? Hey, we saw it. Someone has drawn a weird occult symbol on the sand patch. Quickly erase it with your branch and instantly feel a wave of relief washing over you. That's what relief looks like. You find a notebook containing handwritten detailed notes about the swimming club itself and mermaids. Investigate. A nauseating stench stops you. Someone has scattered rotten fish guts everywhere and hung up countless fish heads. You cover your mouth as you slowly retreat. A vast flock of seagulls outside viciously attack the windows. Yep. Whoever the kidnapper may be, they seem to be really obsessed about mermaids. Weird. Inside the science lab, you find a plan to the town's sewer system. Someone has marked a path, leading from the sea directly to the school building. I'll investigate. What else is there to do? The investigation is starting to take a toll on your health. You feel like you're about to fall asleep standing up. How do you address your weakened state? I have the money. Come on, buy a coffee. Do it. This double frappe macchiato is a nice pick-me-up. Something wrong here. Weird apathy seems to infect every adult you ask for help. You'll have to deal with it alone. The horror's getting closer. I do want to do the seaside. Yeah. You're on the beach when you notice a group of men disembarking from a boat. The fishermen have sun-baked and wind-dried skin, resembling more mummies you've seen in a museum than humans. Hey you! One of them screams, waving at you. Give us a hand, will ya? They point at the giant wet burlap sack in the back of the boat. Yeah, just get the first random girl to help you. No, thanks? There's something definitely wrong with these men. Their perpetual squints and calloused hands scare you. You scream apologies as you run away from the boat and its weird crew. 2 stamina. Ugh. Let's get that reason hit. Don't be a goblin, Seal. Hey, can't shake the feeling that those small dock buildings hide some terrible secrets. It's Jigsaw. You may be going crazy, but you swear something is watching you from the sea. Just a normal night out. Ah, sudden growl coming from behind a corner makes you stop. It's a ghoul. Damn. Ooh, damn. How quick or slow are we? 7 damage though. It's 12. Ideally 12. Nope, just the 7. Yeech. Come on, you can do it. I want the XP, but it's not worth it, is it? Bonk. Defeated ghoul. You compare the sewer plan with a school map and it suddenly dawns on you. The school basement! That must be the place the kidnapper's keeping the missing swimmer. It's like, let's have a nap. It's a terrible idea. The horror is getting closer. Investigate school. Aww. Weird bubbling sound lures you to a dark shower room. On the floor you find a swimsuit thrown over a grotesque leathery coil. Wait, that's not a coil? It's a drain swimmer. If I could just, you know, bonk her, that'd be great. 40% hit chance. Dang. Gonna get flattened by the what's it? Elusive. Less doom. Oh. Less doom, you say? Elusive has death written instead of a face. It's gonna be rough. No turning back now. God, let's hope she's alright. You bust through the door to the janitorial closet, but it's already too late. The latest missing girl is lying on a dirty mattress, her upper torso at least. A tail of a fish has been crudely sewn in place of her legs. She was too weak and died, heard a mad janitor say. He looks you up and down. Maybe you'll do. Not giving up after previous failure, the obsessed janitor has found another body to experiment on. Yo! Isn't there... yeah... topple a lamp. Try to open the manhole cover. Without a tool. Wait. The hammer's not good enough, okay. Let's do it and let's hit him if it doesn't work. Be easier with a tool though. He's weak against this type of weapon. Come on, let's try again. Be easier with the proper tool. He raises his axe, dealing massive damage. Come on, you can do it. No, you missed. It's probably just a really slim chance. Yes, successfully run. To your horror, the scaly hand reaches from the opened manhole and pulls the screaming janitor inside. Silence. After a few seconds that feel like an eternity, a grotesque half-man, half-fish thing slowly emerges. It takes a long look at you. It takes a long look at the mutilated corpse and sighs. He had a good idea. But the two halves, it croaks. But the fish should be on top. Police officers find you a few hours later. No trace of the mad janitor is found, but you will sleep a little better knowing that the other students are safe. Ending B. Well, the old god stirs. The air feels heavy, making it hard to breathe. Rest actions less effective. Well, it was less effective to begin with, thanks to Geyser. Geyser! Outdoorsman, more luck. Yeah, sure. Let's take a bath and heal our wounds. Hey. Saved. Eek. It's downright surprising we didn't take any injury from that. The horror is getting closer. Well, new ending unlocked. Nice. No, not the cape. Thank you very much. The eels, the teacher's probably also not the best idea. Oh, none of these will be great. This be better with a light source, I think. Or eels. Let's go eels. Connor! While returning to your home, someone suddenly bumps into you. Did you know? You turn around, it's your friend living in the same apartment complex. Connor! That weird dude is back. You know, the one that studies fish. You shrug, opening the door. Connor follows and immediately enters the kitchen. A while later, she returns with 2 cans of soda. Are you curious what weird fish he brought this time? Saw the creepy neighbor carrying some jars inside the apartment. I wonder, what weird fish did he find this time? Will you check it out? He will surely recognize me if I try to do it myself. Please. That face. -1 damage. It's not gonna save us at this point. We're gonna bump our foot on like 5% doom for 1 stamina. Yeah. Sure, investigate. Loud knocking wakes you up in the middle of the night. Open up! Shouts a deep voice from my door. I know you're there! Get close and ask what's the matter. Before you can answer, the door's letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. Luckily, you manage to stand still. After a couple of minutes, the man retreats, probably unsure if you were home at all. Dude's working at school, right? We could break into his office. What do you mean we shouldn't? It must be empty because he just came back and his classes begin next week. The cat objects. What? Don't really know what she wants, aside from probably treats. Maybe she wants to rummage through something. Now that her little tummy issue has been resolved. Anyway. Yeah, sure. What is there to lose? As you enter the school gym, you notice a strange black doll propped up against the wall. It is not a doll, it is a man covered in spiders. Against your better judgment, you approach the doll. What you see makes you gasp in horror. It's not a doll. The spiders flee, revealing a white half-eaten corpse. You really should do something about that. The neighbor's office at school is empty. You do find a few jars, all filled with weird eel-like fish. Despite your protests, Connor decides to take one jar home. Why wouldn't you, eh? Have you ever seen an eel like this? So freaky. Don't you have a feeling it's watching us? How can she sip her soda so calmly, staring at this creepy creature? Yeah. She's a special kind of person, isn't she? A bit too brash for her. Oh, come on. Telephone sounds and multiple voices are too loud for you to ignore. You enter the apartment, everything turns silent. A gossip junkie. Well, nice, she's into dealing reason damage. Stab her. Hey, we did it. Gotta. 14 exp. I seen him burning some notes behind our apartment building. Let's go and check it out. Is this eel even alive? Well, maybe I shouldn't have fed it. Something. Yeah, it was poisonous to it. Just making stuff up now. You stop to pick up your lunch. You find a pile of letters in the mailbox. Yeah, sure. Ah, the electricity bill. Connor was right. Someone tried to burn some papers. They must have been in a hurry because some of the papers look salvageable. You both return to your apartment and try to decipher the notes. That's so weird. Your neighbor really was into eels, it seems. You begin to wonder if spying on your neighbor was a good idea to begin with. Oh look, it's an eel shape. Legend from the prefecture Eels tells of a small village of robbers who would kill all visitors and dump their corpses into a lake full of eels. Eels of the prefecture would lay their eggs inside human eyeballs or eyes. I don't remember if I wanted this. I probably do. Investigate the cliff. Something gigantic and invisible leaves a deep void in the water. It's not moving, but you swear it's watching you. Again? Connor was right. Someone tried to burn paper. Investigate seaside. Don't be a goblin. Military exercise. Extra reason, extra doom. You may be going crazy, but you swear something's watching you. From the sea. It's not like we saw a giant gaping hole in the ocean just a moment ago. Nah. While looking around the ransacked room of your recently deceased friend, you discover a half-finished painting of a woman, her skin a ghastly pale yellow. The scene is disturbing. You struggle to look at it. Intimidated by the unsettling portrait, you are haunted by nightmares. She already had nightmares, as the horror is probably evidence of. There must be something more we can learn. I'll try to break into the apartment tomorrow morning. I wonder what he's hiding in there. You shrug non-committedly. You just wish you could throw this damn jar into the trash. Oh, now it wants me to go to the seaside. Could have been more efficient. Fish and... investigation has taken a toll on you. You start to miss the most obvious leads. It is looking at us. Thinking about how stupid it is of Connor to try and break into your neighbor's apartment, you go to sleep. Spend an entire day waiting for Connor. Where the hell is she? Is she at school? It's a bad time to be out of cash. That's the grim-looking man who's standing in your way. Our company, fortunately, specializes in cases like yours. and will gladly help you get back on track. After all, takes a step closer, and you could swear there's a faint smell of rust around the man. Everyone has something to sell. Can't afford a jar of blood. Sell our memories? They're just falling apart now. Connor's missing. Eels. Bedroom. I found a neighbor, but his eyes burst, slipped on the blood, and lost consciousness. I'm afraid there's something in my own eye, too. I'll have to save her. Ugh. It's eels! Shocked, you see countless tiny eels crawling out of your friend's eye in all directions. Will Connor survive the blood loss? You rush to the hospital of Connor, getting a lot of attention from horrified people. Your friend is taken immediately to the operating theater and you collapse on a chair in the waiting area. Fell asleep. Wake up, dude! You've been sleeping for over 3 hours. You groggily open your eyes to see your friend. She's wearing an eye patch. Not so pretty anymore, eh? Couldn't exactly tell the doctors the truth about what happened. Pretty sure I won't be winking with my left eye anytime soon. Thank you for saving my life. Am I missing an option here? You're still processing the events of the previous night. Corpse-eating eels that lay their eggs and eyes. Sitting with your friend Connor before your apartment building, you watch the police officers empty out your neighbor's place. So what's today? Riots. I'll be leveled. Escape. To dexterity, but to doom. Test a will. To knowledge, but to doom. 1 dex, but quick thinking. Ooh. You do need the dex. Feels like. Let's head home. Let's take the key. Bought her some water. Probably just even out. Another day begins. The horror drawing closer. Not doing Crimson Cape. Thaumaturgy. Can try to uncover what's looking at us from the seaside again. Oh, we do have money now. Vicious verses of a violent vigil. Oh, that's the. I was thinking of the household hell. You received an official-looking letter. What does the law firm from Tokyo want from you? We regret to inform you of the passing of your client and your grand-uncle. The funeral will be preceded by an overnight vigil as per the client's request. There's an address and a list of people expected to arrive. You don't recognize any of the names. Intrigued, you decide to check it out for yourself. What's the worst that could happen? Investigate. Now, we do have 2 people with us, so it's time for a party. Following the directions of the letter, you slowly fight your way through the overgrown forest path. The old mansion looks like it was torn down and rebuilt many times. But where is everyone? Well, let's have a look. It's the Winchester house. You try to avoid mirrors, afraid of what could be waiting for you on the other side. Goizor. It takes you some time, but finally, you manage to find someone. Is that another guest? You should ask them what's going on in here. It's Akane. Again. She wrinkles her nose at you when she notices you. You can swear you've seen the symbol engraved on her necklace before. So... let's look around. I feel watched. Retreat. Retreat from the room. Just going a little crazy. Pressing a handkerchief to your nose, you enter the dark room. There's no way to allow your granduncle to just lie here. What's the correct bow and clap order? Well, let's have a chat. It's Sotomura. Muscular man eyeing you as you take a step towards him. You can't help but notice a deep scar running across his cheek. You didn't get this with the letter? Here, take mine. He's nice for being a what? A Yakuza? Pray over the body. Clap, bow, clap, clap. Clap, bow, clap, clap. You think you got the order right? Let's not pretend like we want to be here. You enter the art workshop. The room is cluttered with half-finished sculptures and bizarre masks hanging on the wall. Check the masks. A demon mask. Oh, that one's new. +1 damage, -4 max stamina? Yes. That's... she's looking so much happier. Check out the supper. There's dinner? A modest supper, eh? Yes. Let's have some. The smell is nauseating, almost makes you sick. Oh. It's the storage room. You shudder instantly, recognizing the room from a newspaper photo. 3 years ago, a man hanged himself. Why is a vigil being held in a place like this? Well, I propose murder. Feeling like you're on the brink of losing your mind, you decide to visit your parents' old friend, Father Yasugi. Hey kiddo, it's a priest who's currently moving some boxes in and out of the church building. Could you lend me a hand? Lift the heaviest box. Feel your back cracking, but you manage to get it all over with relatively quickly. Afterwards, Father Yasugi invites you inside for a cup of hot tea and some baked cookies made by one of his parishioners. You explain your situation to him. The priest listens, letting you vent all your doubts and anxiety. He's like, good lord, she's crazy. She's completely nuts. Clap, bow, clap, clap. Which... he's gonna be gone. Hey, Grandpa. Seems that someone has already removed all the furniture from this room. An unsettling shadow. Back to the corridor. Everybody's gone. In the middle of the room, you see a man tied to a chair. You rush in to help. When you remove his gag, though, the man starts shouting curses and ancient prophecies. You fall onto the floor, your mind flooded with unspeakable images as the man slowly stands up, completely ignoring the chair he was seemingly tied to. A cult member. Sure, stab him. Stop preaching of doom. What's that? A curious statue. Knowledge were held in the inventory. Oh, I like it. You manage to find one of the guests. They are shaken but otherwise safe. You both decide to get the hell out of this place. But the door is gone. It's akane. What's the next thing? Burn nothing. Then burn an envelope found in the study. Cat's back. In the mirror, catch a glimpse of something that shouldn't be there. Woo! Still akane? Yeah, still akane. Well, let's burn that. Burn the envelope. It takes you some time, but you finally find an envelope. Following the instructions, you burn without opening. Feel weird following obscure orders? Yes. Cover the mirror in the storage room. Yeah. Aw, corpses are strung up on wires. Oh, what do we get? Art knowledge, folklore knowledge, or leadership. Actually, been a lot of art checks lately, which means I'm gonna take this and either immediately die, or just never see an art or an art check again. Bit more reason going. Well, cover the mirror apparently. So yeah. Oh, just a subtle attempt at influencing our decisions. Check the wardrobe. A meat cleaver, you say? No damage to. It's slower. Higher chance to hit. The wardrobe is empty. Both back in the. Well, let's have a look around. The pair has been following us since morning. You finally managed to lose them. But can't shake the feeling that it will only get worse. As the vigil is nearing its end, the whole mansion shakes more and more until the walls start to collapse, revealing the shocking truth about your whereabouts. Whoa. The walls of the corridor collapse, revealing an alien landscape. You can taste blood in your mouth as the slimy appendages slowly get closer. A voice in your head tells you what to do. Could explore the mansion. I always tend to sacrifice them. It's not actually an option. Well, unseen force leads your hands, so you reach for a knife and stab the guest. No. Yep. The price has been paid. A voice booms in your head as everything gets dark. When you wake up, you find yourself lying on the wet grass, the old mansion nowhere to be seen. Standing next to you is a naked, bloated old man. You recognize the tattoo in the man's toe. It is your deceased granduncle. With a coarse voice, he explains the ritual. You try to keep up with him, but you're weak and your head spins. The death toll must remain the same. 2 die, 2 survive. You feel like vomiting as the old man who has cheated death disappears behind trees. Everything gets dark. The man who you thought was your uncle has cheated death, making you an accessory to murder. You know the police officers won't believe you when you tell them the truth, and you do your best to forget the nightmares you left behind. That's a decent amount of XPs. Not quite enough, but still. So close to leveling. Again. Something wrong with the water. No more regain between mysteries. Boo! Oh, boo! We'd need bottled water. She would have needed earlier. Well, there's still the cape and a thaumaturgy teacher. And doom is fast approaching. 2B used to be one of the most outstanding classes in school, at least before their teacher's disappearance. Her replacement glides through the school, entrancing all those around her with a soft voice and calming, emotionless eyes. Now she stands at the front of the class, scribbling occult symbols in chalk and hissing lessons about the old gods. The children no longer play, but sit in their seats until dark, chanting along, learning of the eldritch masters and preparing to serve them. Ah. Aren't they cute? The lesson? Following a rumor, you visit the house of a schoolgirl who acted really strange in class. The girl's parents sit crying in the living room and fearfully point you upstairs. Sure. Let's talk to her. As you prepare a bath, you think about the possible leads so far. You're very tired, so maybe an ice cold water is a good idea. Yep, let's do it. Strength check success! Ice cold water revitalizes you and you're ready for the investigation. Nice. Test of will. Extra knowledge. Charisma. More dex. I'll take the dex. I'll take the stem. We can think quickly. As opposed to normally. Cat's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? My human's acting up. No, she's... Oh, that tail needs to be groomed a bit more. Some finishing touches to the fur of the hind leg, and soon she'll be able to just plonk down and have a rest. Anyway, not quite sure what to do just yet. Reevaluating. So, the girl. She sits in her bedroom in a bloodstained uniform, a dead rat lying in her hands. You ask why she killed it. She grins. Apartment. A woman bumps into you as she runs from a beauty parlor. Before you can say anything, you notice her face. She's carved out her own eyes. It can't see me, I can see it, it can't see me. Yeah, that's... I wonder if it's the same beauty parlor. Another lead. The former teacher of the class may prove more useful. Knocking on their door, however, gets you no answer. Just subtle chittering behind the door. Investigate downtown twice. I don't know if I want this. Travel to the village. Investigate. Talking with an older woman, you can't help but notice a worried face and quick looks pointed towards something behind you. Is it the wind you can feel on your neck, or... Oh, it's nothing. Calm yourself down, remembering there is a breeze coming from the seaside region. You smile and continue your conversation. A little boy from the school has been attacked by his classmates. Go to the hospital. Oh, he's been attacked seriously if he's not. You meet with a friend who has recently started her nurse practice. You lazily chat on the roof of the hospital watching the sunset. It's the perfect opportunity to ask about the recent unearthly events. Ask them. The stories about missing patients, mysterious surgeries, and a strange infection are helpful, but they kill the mood. X for reason. Gonna lose our ability to level up on the cheap soon. You find him in the hospital covered in bites. Just what is it with this whole summoning that he speaks of between his sobs? A pale woman wearing a nurse outfit stops you. Today you are running a blood drive to help those in need. You look healthy. Would you be so kind to help the community? I have an incurable disease. You leave the disappointed nurse behind. For no other ideas, you decide to wait outside the school itself. Yeah. You catch a glimpse of an art class. One disturbing painting draws your attention. Hey, we have art knowledge. It actually worked out. You gasp in horror, but quickly recognize the dystopian surrealist style. You ask for the painting so you can sell it to an avid art collector. We'll pretend it's made by Ichiro-san. Mamiya-sama. The faint chanting doesn't stop, and no one enters or leaves the building. It's just a parent-teacher conference. The corridor is flooded by a black sludge that's slowly oozing from underneath the door of the chemistry classroom. A damp, moldy stench grows as you get closer. Someone made elephant toothpaste. Just do it. Coughing blood. Too late to keep something from biting your ankle. It's not bleeding badly, but you worry about the infection that the black sludge gets into your wound. We're coughing up blood. So, in other words, it is the anime wound. It's just a minor injury, just takes 2 decks. No biggie. Investigate the classroom. You sneak through a window and skulk across the shadowy corridors. All the classrooms have emptied out. Peering into one, you spot the corpse of a teacher nailed to the chalkboard. Shaking, you approach it. You spot an odd bulge protruding from the stomach. It writhes against your fingers as you probe it. Prepare for combat. Suddenly, the teacher's chest rips apart, showering the classroom with gore. From within, a child coated in meat and intestines leaps out, screeching with joy. The gore-covered student. That's 8 damage, though. Damn! Oh, she... Yeah, just hammer her. Hammer her into the ground. As you near the gym hall, the chanting and rhythmic drums grow louder, threatening to intoxicate you. You creak the door open and stifle a scream. The entire school is scattered around a huge portal surrounded by black candles. From within, the bellowing of the beast being summoned echoes. The teacher stands at the front, covered in a purple robe, her true form revealed. It's a very suggestive portal. Shiokawa School. Can attack the teacher. Can we take part? Can't quite attack the school itself. Oh, and can't run. Seven damage to the teachers. It's too late now. Broken jaw. Solve the combat. With a dying scream, the teacher throws herself into the portal, dragging the children with her. Her vicious master shows no mercy. You hear it devour them all before the connection shuts. The children will no longer harm anyone, but the parents will weep for them. Ending B. I think that's the one I didn't have before. You can't cast any spells. Did the water level just rise? Is the city sinking? Exploring has a chance to make you drenched. So what's the... So the horror is basically that you can't level up anymore? Is that it? Oh. Just unequip it? No. Be nice if you had an option to just... just take it off. It's too late now. Well, only thing we can do is deal with Akamanto. Cat's already perked up. Something interesting is outside, I guess. It's also just a minor injury. Curse. Minor injury. On the run. Until the horror catches you. Well, you're gonna get 2 bandages. What do the bandages do? Minor injuries. How about we deal with this? Badly bleeding. Yep. Bandage that. If we had a decent way to regain health and stamina, we'd actually be looking quite good. If he doesn't kill us. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. A new game is spreading amongst your friends. A dare to stay in the unused school restroom after class. A dare to meet Akamanto. What was originally harmless fun has turned deadly. The body of a boy was found last week. The school principal has banned the game, but that's only made it more popular. Akamanto must be stopped before another kid is killed. I probably want to fight just a guy. The hammer's dealing 8 damage. So we should do a number on him. He's gonna have a good amount of HP. And resting's just real bad. Well, you enter the school bathroom to wash your face with cold water. A sudden noise behind you stops you in your tracks. One of the stalls opens one of the stall doors has opened on its own. Ran. You might be paranoid, but there's no way you're risking an encounter with a ghost. You've reported it to your principal, who promises he will take care of it. That our friend wants to contact Akamanto. If your friend's safe for now, you should look into the legend. Maybe records in the city's library make mention of Akamanto. Oddly shaped package. When you enter the metro car, you notice an oddly shaped package on the seat opposite of you. It's marked with your name. It's about as reliable a delivery method as some companies manage. You reach for the package but hesitate, an icy feeling settling into the pit of your stomach. Have a look. As soon as you pick up the package, you realize what you are holding and drop it in horror. You read a story about a vengeful samurai, known for wearing a crimson red cape. It's an interesting find for sure, but you need to find more information. Oh, Ritsuko-chan was the most promising athlete in her school. When she suddenly disappeared, the case was quickly closed without any suspects. Today, she has finally dug herself out. Oh. Can't quite kill her in one. Could just run at this point. Yeah. Not gonna get XP for it anyways. One of the articles mentions a young doctor who performed a life-saving surgery on a victim of a brutal assault. The assault happened in a toilet stall. Maybe he still works at a hospital and can share some information. Your affliction twists and shimmers when you're not looking at it directly. Goizo is getting closer. Panic. Has 10% chance to succeed on any combat action, has a base chance to hit. When you learn that the doctor suddenly left the hospital after the latest murder, taking all the records with him. Why would he do that? That's not the only bad news. Your friend didn't come to school today, and another body has supposedly been found. Find an old trophy case set in a seemingly abandoned corridor. Everything inside is covered with a thick layer of dust. One medal seems particularly valuable. Just look at them. Huh, seems the person involved with the current case is a prize-winning swimmer. The doctor? Akamanto? Just a plaque. Akamanto. First place. The principal has ordered the school to be closed down for the investigation. Sure. Have a look. Something is wrong. You don't see anyone in the street, and you could have sworn it was crowded just a minute ago. You better hurry out of here. You break the window and get inside the school unnoticed. The cursed toilet is located on the 3rd floor. Get over there. Don't really wanna. A tall woman with an unsettling face and twitching lips stops you. I'll be your new biology teacher. Could you help me move some stuff to my new office? Sure. The creepy substitute teacher hands you dusty old biological specimens. The rancid smell of formalin almost makes you drop the jaw. Should fetuses have so many legs? There's no turning back now. 6 HP. You step into the stall and close the door behind you. You wait in the stall, trying to be as quiet as possible. Suddenly, squish squeak, you hear the sound of a rubber boot as an unknown liquid drips on the tiles. Squish squeak. You can see the top of his head. He's taller than any man you've ever seen. Squish squeak. The door slowly opens. A masked man dressed in a red coat, clearly too tall for the ceiling, emerges from outside. Tell me, would you like red paper or blue paper? Last time I picked blue. Only natural to take red this time. Just more damage. Tall man in red coat takes out a butcher's knife and stabs you in the stomach. Blood splatters in the stall wall as you rush to the door. Yep. Click coming from the door's direction. You're locked in here with the crazy man. Oh, just 32 HP. Eh. 99 for dodging. We're gonna die. Might as well try. Bonked him. Dodged, and yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna get HP back in between stuff. So might as well hammer him fierce. Like, get him! Crestfallen mask. Blood flowing from the wounds on the tall man's red coat makes it look like the man was slowly melting. You hear crackling coming from behind the mask and faint. And you wake up, he's gone! Somehow you know he will be back in another stall, another school, another city. Continuing the horror. Ending B. Minus 10% doom. It's unfortunate. That's the last key. Would have been the last key. But at least taking the extra damage from the event didn't really matter. On -4 anyway. The old god stirs. Someone kidnapped the dog. Oh no. Not the dog. Yeah, she's seen better days. Well, let's go to the lighthouse and keel over. Because what else is there to do? The ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. Or can we actually cheese this and regen out of death? Oh, we just might. Hey. Whoa, alive again. How much can I afford? Probably like this. Yeah, switch mask. We're wearing a mask on a mask. They'll never figure out it's us. Well, start climbing. Climbing the winding staircase, you are stopped by a masked man wearing an expensive suit. The rules have changed, kiddo. Nothing personal. Ah, and he's peddling doom. Can't run. Well, let's... 2 dooms not too bad. Cut artery. Yikes. You're bleeding profusely. You're stopped by a girl wearing a dirty black school uniform. I'm sorry, but I can't let you go any further, she says, reaching for her bag. It's too late anyway. You instinctively take a step back when you notice a knife in her hand. You have to think fast. Not enough charisma, oh no. Try to talk her into allowing you to pass, but suddenly she raises the knife and slices right across her own throat, nearly decapitating herself. Carefully step over her body. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice an electrical cable. It seems to connect the door to a hole inside the central pillar. There's a switch inside. You'll have to risk getting cut by numerous glass shards and knives. Not enough dexterity. You can feel the sharp glass ripping your flesh as you search for the switch. Finally, you grab a cable and follow it with your bleeding fingers until you find a button. With a buzz, the gate opens. Following the winding staircase, you're stopped by a metal gate. Oh, come on. Tiny page nailed to the gate explains that opening the gate will require you to grab 2 metal rods. Are we gonna get zapped to death? Yep. Come on. It's like 1 floor. Oh, that's rough. Like 1 more floor to go. Maybe 2. Aww. Resisting the unknown horrors, taking its toll on your health. Weakened, you finally succumb to your injuries alone. As the dust settles upon your open eyes, reality starts to crumble. The old god is ready to return once more. Yep. Sure is. We've seen better days. One new achievement? Oh. Oh. It's like, what did I get? Boop. Let the real jury in. Hallucinations! Yay. Destroy your eye and open the third. Meet your other neighbor. Call Junko still up. Classy ritual. Two allies in one playthrough and win. Oh, that was so close. It's downright disappointing. Well, because I didn't randomize the seed again. Continue. Randomize for bad luck. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. Rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also no new unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. So there's still something scuffed about the intro, because if you just button mash your way through, you get the final page of the train rolling in. If you do it slowly, you don't get that one. Okay. Well, so she was close. Time to give Ayaka another go. Randomize that one. Somewhere a group of people gather, trying to awaken their master. Not feeling Afulath. So maybe Itotu? Yeah, Itotu. Supposed cause of destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Perfect black marble statue has been recently discovered and is currently waiting in the Museum of for its long-awaited premiere. Damage increased. That's just the same text. Ill-fated. All skill checks automatically fail. Ah. Like, don't you just... So, no, I don't want to go to the lighthouse, thanks. There's two curses every mystery, yep. It fell from the sky. Got Doom effigy. Lowers extra Doom, depending on the amount of curses you have. Less max reason. Art knowledge. Outdoorsman. I kind of want to take this. Want to try it out. Low strength, mid dex? Kind of want to. Make her a bit quicker. It doesn't matter for checks anyway, so... So these are still... Check the illegal den again. Firm and continue. Nothing on mailbox, at least no... An empty bottle, hey. I guess let's get a water bottle. And some XPs. So what's... yeah, just show off that amulet. Be proud about it. What we got? Freakish fable of a frightening flood. Ooh. Didn't get that one last week. Tragic tale of the teacher. Which we have both endings now. Akamanto again. The coma. And more vigil. There's a lot of granduncles dying in these recent weeks. Yeah, I want to see how this plays out. Oh, traumatized. Even less reason. So each time you lose reason. Oh, where we take that one away. Freakish fable of a frightening flood. A group of researchers from a university in Tokyo are researching a curious rock formation. It was discovered a few weeks ago by tourists in a village next to Shiokawa. We read about it in a newspaper. The sudden disappearance of a tourist was the subject of school gossip for a few days, but ultimately no one was found. The rock formation must be somehow connected to the events happening in your town. Feeling that the researchers can help you, you decide to pack yourself and visit the village yourself. To pack yourself. Ah. Kaibara. Reach the inn. It's the neglected bus stop. Final stop. The bus suddenly stops as the driver opens the door. Reluctantly, you notice you're still far away from the village itself. However, before you can ask any questions, the bus's door closes. Rude. As the old bus drives away, you see the village in the distance. Hoping it won't rain too much, you stop to look at the clouds. Suddenly, you hear splashing sounds behind you. It's Akamanto. That's strange. You thought you were the only passenger on the bus. Sweaty assailant. Sure. Can't run from the encounter. Oh, find me a branch. And have a look at him. Or could I take the time to kick him? A broken bottle and a kick. Might as well. Stab at D. Is there still? No, not enough time for a kick. Just shank him. That's enough. Shanked him. Right in the open road. You manage to defeat the mysterious assailant, but he flees into the woods before you can tear his mask off. Who was that? Well, investigate the rock formation. Rest at the inn. Reach the inn. Just can see the curious rock formation from the bridge leading to the village. The researchers are nowhere to be seen. Did the weather scare them off? The carved pillars are older than the village itself, and you couldn't find any information about them or the Rituals they are connected with. Rituals, you say? In the distance, you can see the village of Kaibara. That's a house. Anything else? No? No. Oh, let's go to the inn. You enter the inn hoping you'll find a researcher team there. Every room is empty except one. In the last one, you find a visibly stressed man, Matsuda-san, the expedition leader. Thank God you came. I've been attacked by the villagers and got separated. I'm worried for my colleagues. The things we've learned here, the knowledge, it's too dangerous. We must escape this place as soon as possible. Matsuda-san gulps and looks out the window before continuing. The last time I saw my team was at the school. We used the empty classroom to keep our research notes and equipment. Should look here for clues. Remember, we must flee before the river levels get too high, or else. Oh yeah? Sure. Just leave. Matsuda-san. Oops. No. Just say. Sure. Break into the school. Matsuda-san has told you about the research notebooks, or all in one classroom in a closed school. You'll have to break in. Just slide the door open. As you enter the school gym, you notice a strange black doll propped against the wall. It's another spider corpse. Against your better judgment, you approach the doll. What you see makes you gasp in horror. The doll isn't a doll. Tiny black spiders flee, revealing a white half-eaten corpse. Managed to find the empty classroom Matsuda-san was talking about. The researchers are gone, but hopefully the notes you found will help you locate them. The river's water level is rising, and the village will soon be cut off from the outside world. Hurry up! Koriyuto. Village Kinaokara, geologist, Hiroki Shinoe, forest. Oh, I do like stumbling through the forest. Suspicious group you've been following has gathered in the nearby forest, enacting some sort of ritual in the clearing up ahead. The only nearby vantage point is a large rock. Oh, couldn't possibly go wrong. It did go wrong. You fall down and injure yourself. Luckily, you managed to limp away unnoticed. Rescue the team or escape. Ah. Abandoned hut. Follows just a discarded pile of clothing, suddenly moves as it stands up. A cloud of white powder is released into the air. Aww, that's too bad. That's not an achievement. Nope, I don't want to kick him. Gonna shank him. Give me your XPs. No, that's not how you do it. Ah. Fine. The pills are related to the cult of a fertility goddess. People refuse to help us with the work and forbid us from researching the village's archives. Well, what do you know? Just stumble through the forest. What could possibly go wrong? Parasitic organism burrows under the bark, undulating slowly. Investigate. The bark is flabby and sticky. Makes you recoil in horror. I've managed to find one of the researchers. The theologist. Hey. No. Just a little traumatized. Well, I found one. Check the village. It's kind of cool. Seeing the water actually expanding. Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore. It's a mind wipe. That picture though. Yeah. No, this looks the same. Shrine. No one answers when you knock at Professor Takuchi's door. This is odd since he's usually punctual about his appointments. You made an appointment? The smell of blood tells you something's wrong, and you quickly open the door and enter. There's no sign of the professor, but the quantity of blood everywhere leaves little doubt about what happened. But how? And why? Search for clues. A broken jaw. You search the room but can't find anything. The sound of a police siren forces you to jump through a broken window. Chin first. Managed to find one of the researchers. Yuto. And now we have to leave. Yep. And a knife in the other. Sure. All villagers have disappeared. Where are they? Well, you get closer to the bridge leading out of the village. Matsuda-san suddenly stops. I know this tune. Before you can react, he begins to undress and runs into the darkness. Shocked, you begin to hear faint moaning coming from the rock foundation formation. What you see feels unreal. All the villagers are naked. They are dancing around the pillars as something slowly emerges from the river. Yeah. Chikifura and Kaibara's villagers? They're just going at it. Extra combat damage, less incoming damage. That's a lot of reason damage though. Probably can't run. Nope. Yeah, surely you're gonna go crazy. But hey, it's a thing. It's an eldritch horror. It's like, sure, shank it. Just 50% hit chance. Do it again. Nope. Didn't really wanna. Come on, you can do it. You want to join the fertility dance. Can bonk, that's one. When the sun rises again, the river levels low again, leaving the fields fertile. In 9 months, a new generation of Kaibara villagers will be born. If your mind broken after the ritual, you will be kept alive, at least until the day your child is born. Extra ending. A cause of death moved to Kaibara. Well, we shanked an old fertility goddess. Feel the urge to enter the water. 3 new enemies. Didn't complete any mysteries, sadly. Do it. Well, continue. Randomized for bad luck. Still strange stuff going on in Shiokawa. I gave her a redo, so let's do the same for Ayaka. Yes. It's the only one we didn't have today, so... The media has been reporting about various people of seemingly supernatural skills. Could it have any connection with the news about stars disappearing from the night sky? Spell raise doom instead of normal cost. So, no backstory? Enthrallment. Additional spell. Additional follower for doom. That's not too bad a trade. Sure. Reiko. Completing a mystery grants 1 funds. Naive socialite. What's good, Reiko? She smiles faintly. Oh, she's probably drunk already. Still would like the occult shop, even if I didn't make much use of it in the last 2 runs. Sadly, this does not really save. Mailbox. Might as well take the XP. Fear Festival. Always like Fear Festival. Found footage. More eels. More sailors. And the flood. Biggest little village. So it was an ending. Game didn't count it in the end screen, but it was an ending. Okay. Well, I wonder. Bottle? Nope. Still in there. See it. I want to do cursed signs, spells, raises doom. Well, already did. Let's get rid of the holes. 3 students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about a local folklore and legends of the nearby forest. It's the Blair Witch. Now on the 1st anniversary of their disappearance, a suspicious man has started asking questions. He claims to be a private investigator, hired by the parents of the students. Except, the parents of your friends didn't hire him. Who is he, and what did the students discover out there? At this point, I'd also really like to know. 3 student, well, it's the eye in the basement, but... Well, missing ending A, aren't I? 3 students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about the local folklore. Maybe you'll find a clue about their last known whereabouts in the school's newspaper. Maybe, just maybe. I want to have a look at the occult shop. Mummified heart. Defeat vampire. It's very specific. The candles. Using the beginning of a combat encounter. What's 2 stamina? That's not really what I wanted. Mask of fun, mask of candles. Plus luck's probably handy. There's also been a couple of encounters. I wanted holy candles in the recent past. Thank you very much for the follow. I'll take the candles. So many of these. Now, I'd also like a weapon. Doggo? No. Need to go to the hardware store. These. Flashlight would be nice as well. A waste of good doom. Stumble upon a computer room. This is a good opportunity to check the school's database to look for anything that might help your investigation. Yeah, sure. Knowledge check success. Find a curious text file containing occult instructions. You delete it, preventing anyone from trying it. I got a little doom discount. The notes mention a village not far from your town. Decide to take a bus. Getting closer, you can't help but notice a large number of trees have suddenly died. What happened here? Well, let's have a look. Just go to the rest. Sure. Typical restaurant. It's getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery, and shadows move in fantastic and unaccountable ways between the tombstones. Finding a right grave might prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. Just talk it out. Nope. A priest from the nearby temple asks you what you are doing. You can't make up a lie, you are thrown out. He hits us on the way out. Everyone in the village is unsettlingly friendly. An old farmer points you to an old stone. The missing group supposedly started their forest trip from there. Yeah, get the mansion investigation in as well. Following a suspicious person, you enter an old rundown mansion room. It stinks like spoiled milk, and has only 2 doors, one of which you came through. Can't see the strangers anywhere. Our perception's even worse than our dexterity. Finding yourself back in the corridor, you see the man vanish behind a corner. Unfortunately, you're too slow to catch up. There's a 2% doom back. Go again. Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. A bad feeling. The legends say the witch was buried alive for kidnapping and murdering 2 children, and points you to a specific direction, potentially saving you some time. Is that just Hansel and Gretel? So, investigate the shrine. The trail to an abandoned shrine is overgrown and steep, however it could be an important place to investigate. Just take the safe route. Taking the safe road costs you time, but you get to the top without incident. Burnt out candle wax and dried blood around the shrine means a new sinister cult has claimed this location. 5 exp. Looking back one last time, you continue deeper into the woods. Well, let's just go ahead. The trees overhead block the sunlight, and you begin to feel gloomy. At depressed. When the depression sets in. You find a pile of human teeth lying on a nearby rock. Okay. Jump into the thicket. Full of faint sound of a telephone line pole. The moment you notice giant hairy balls underneath it, you start to twitch and run. Giant hairy balls. Totoro. Like no weapon. Gonna find me a stick. Kick it. Kick the ball. We kicked the ball. No. Immediately bandaged like crazy. Oh yeah, it's a burn. It's a burn wound. Additional combat damage. I just want the XPs. We kicked them. I have a feeling someone is following you. Is it a telephone pole? Giant balls. Sandstorm forces you to find shelter in a nearby cave. Looking around, you discover strange markings on the cave's walls. Ah, flashlight. Trying to decipher them. You wonder what it could all mean. It's a star. Find a pile of human teeth lying on a nearby rock. Oh, we've been to this place. More thicket. Parasitic organism burrows under the bark, undulating slowly. The bark is flabby and sticky. It makes you recoil in horror. We know nothing. More human teeth. Hey! The rumored witch house seems empty. In the basement, however, you find a camera pointed at a large hole in the ground. On the table next to the camera, you see 3 cassettes, each titled after one of the missing friends. Then you hear a curious sound coming from the hole. Let's have a look. You kneel down and lean forward to see what's inside the hole. It takes a while to process what you're looking at. It's a gigantic eye staring right at you. Hypnotized, you continue to lean in, feeling weaker and weaker as the gargantuan beast lures you in. Boop. Just keel over. At the very last moment, a suspicious tall man grabs you by the collar. He explains that it is part of a cult. And he is a part of a cult protecting the house and a mysterious entity below it. You've got a bigger purpose than to die here, he says before knocking you out. You wake up a few hours later on the bus heading back to your hometown. To your town. And Reiko pays her dues. Have some money, kid. Store closed. Oh, they got the dog. The dog again. Someone kidnapped the dog. Poor doggo. Poor doggo. Yeah, that's an adequate reaction. Let's have a bath. Immediately, just a little bit happier. Nope. So did that. More eels. Want to be a little more prepared for this. So yeah, go eels. On returning to your home, someone suddenly bumps into you. Did you know? You turn around, it's your friend living in the same apartment complex, Connor. That weird dude is back, you know? The one that studies fish? You shrug, opening the door. Connor follows you and immediately enters the kitchen. A while later, she returns with 2 cans of soda. Aren't you curious what weird fish did he bring this time? I saw the creepy neighbor carrying some jars inside his apartment. I wonder, what weird fish did he find this time? When you check it out, he will surely recognize me if I try to do it myself, please. Meanwhile, we're standing at a witch tree. Let's just buy a hammer or something. Flashlight again. It's a crowbar or shovel. I'll take the crowbar. It's like an upgraded branch. Investigate. Excuse me, do we have a moment to talk about our real Lord and Savior? The day of reckoning is coming, says the voice on the other side of the line. You definitely don't like the way the man on the other side of the line puts an accent on the real. Hello? Still there? Just hear him out. You learn some useful bits of information about your nemesis. However, if everything the man said was true, humanity is doomed. Dude's working at school, right? We could break into his office. What do you mean, we shouldn't? It must be empty because he just came back and his classes begin next week. I don't want to do this because I want to try something in the final encounter. Investigate school. You enter the kitchen. Even though it's abandoned and the lights are off, something is cooking in the large pot. You don't like the smell. Do you have a first aid kit? Oh, I thought it would actually give me a first aid kit. You find the first aid kit next to the storage cabinet. You quickly bandage yourself up and leave the kitchen. The neighbor's office at school is empty. You do find a few jars, all filled with weird eel-like fish. Despite your protests, Connor decides to take one jar home. Have I ever seen an eel like this? So freaky. Don't you have a feeling it's watching us? How can she sip her soda so calmly, staring at this creepy creature? How indeed. Just an eel kind of gal. As you prepare a bath, you think about all the possible leads so far. You're very tired, so maybe an ice cold water is a good idea. Oh, that's probably not gonna work. Yeah. Your body clearly wasn't prepared for a cold bath, and you can feel a cold coming on. Quickly, bandage. I've seen him burning some notes behind our apartment building. Let's go and check it out. Is this eel even alive? Rustling on the other side of your apartment door. Someone is trying to get in. Oh, it's the apartment stalker. But I have a crowbar. I'm not afraid to use it. Oh, it's just 4 damage. Oh. Try to send an ally, make stuff quicker. Bump. A concussion. Branded. Oh. The Ensmaster Locker. It's a fact on seaside investigation. I don't need my brain to fight. Bonk. Give me your XPs, come on. Brute force it. Bonk. Can do it. Oh, that's sad. 6 damage either way. Maybe we'll crit. Oh. Boop. Well. Burp to you two. Got a baseball bat. Hey. Dum 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 dum. Higher hit chance. Might as well. Connor was right. Someone tried to burn some paper. They must have been in a hurry because some of the papers look salvageable. You both return to your apartment and try to decipher the notes. That's so weird. Your neighbor really was into eels, it seems. You begin to wonder if spying on your neighbor was a good idea to begin with. Well, he got attacked by a clown guy. Blood mania. Depending on the curses. Less max stamina. Oh. Feeling they look tasty. Yeah, I'm a blood mania. Also, get rid of the being branded. Should have looked at that first. Really. Toss away the branch. Sell it for nothing. Loud knocking wakes you up in the middle of the night. Open up! It's the police. Shouts the deep voice from behind the door. I know you're in there. Get to the door. Yeah, he sees us this time. Before you can answer, the door's letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. You lurch back in shock. The man sees you and tries to get in, screaming curses the whole time. A neighbor calls the police and the attacker escapes from the apartment building. -2 reason. There must be something more we can learn. I'll try to break into his apartment tomorrow morning. I wonder what he's hiding in there. You shrug noncommittedly. You just wish you could throw this damn jar into the trash. That's what a reasonable reaction to your friend telling you she's gonna break into your neighbor's apartment. Yeah, sure. Don't be a goblin. The town's docks are a mix of modern warehouses, small shops and bars where the alternative crowd gathers. An ancient wooden temple occupies the small hill at the town center. Let's have a look around. Aw, we're not charismatic enough. Not only did you fail to recruit anyone to help you, but when you leave the bar, you're almost certain someone is following you. Thinking about how stupid it is of Connor to try and break into your neighbor's apartment, you go to sleep. Spend an entire day waiting for Connor. Where the hell is she? She wouldn't be at school, would she? Getting access to the student database would certainly speed up your investigation, but the receptionist would never allow it. If only there was a way to make her go away for a while. Are we actually checking if Kana is still registered with the school? Just talk to her. Nope. You weren't able to convince the receptionist to let you access the database. This has been a waste of time. She's so happy about herself. Kana has been missing since yesterday. You decide to check out the neighbor's apartment yourself. It's eels. So many eels. You cautiously enter the neighbor's kitchen. You are shocked to see countless jars filled with eels, flailing around restlessly. Where the hell's Kana? Swollen body of your neighbor is rotting away inside a putrid, murky water. Both his eyes are missing. Countless tiny blood trails leading from them in all directions. I found a neighbor, but his eye burst. I slipped on the blood and lost consciousness. I'm afraid there's something in my own eye now. We will have to operate. Just, yeah. It's eels! Shocked you see countless tiny eels crawling out of your friend's eye in all directions. Will Kana survive the blood loss? Turn in next week. You rush to the hospital with Kana, getting a lot of attention from horrified people. Your friend is taken immediately to the operating theater, and you collapse on a chair in the waiting area. Wake up, dude. Been sleeping for 3 hours. You groggily open your eyes to see your friend Kana is wearing an eye patch. Not so pretty anymore, eh? I couldn't exactly tell the doctors the truth about what happened, and I'm pretty sure I won't be winking with my left eye anytime soon. but thank you for saving my life. So that's just the same. Okay. You're still processing the events of the previous night. A corpse-eating eels that laid eggs and eyes? Sitting with your friend Connor before your apartment building, you watch the police officers emptying out your neighbor's place. Well, the old god stars. It's foggy. Posing shadow cast by all light is getting longer. The lighthouse has been added on. The second key. Well, at least that's... Get some reason. I see you, water bottle. A ghost grey mist envelops the whole town. So, still the Fear Festival. Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Cellars. Could just let them leave. Again. For a quick win. Or go to the village again. I'd like to have another shot at the robes for the festival. And again, that's probably also an easy one to just get out of the way. I probably should do one of these two before I take the fisherman, so I have an extra chance at resting. So yeah, let's go and have a look. Chill out at the festival. Watch everyone turn into bloody rags. Your aunt has sent you a letter inviting you to a curious-sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree you need a break from all the stress. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst thing that could happen? You ask yourself as you board the bus. Never a good way to start something. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. It's a small village, and the nearby fields are surrounded by a thick forest. Someone's waiting for us. A fat man wearing dusty overalls approaches you. It's the inn owner who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands, which are so deformed they resemble claws more than hands. What age does to a man. There's the... just a chance to miss. I do like my blood frenzy, for what it's worth. Additional damage, that's Doom. Sadly, that's an injury. I mean, just, yeah. Get rid of our panic. The inn's room is dusty like it hasn't seen any visitors in years. You wonder if anyone cleaned it since the last festival 27 years ago. There's a folder of available activities lying on the table. Just hang out. You patch up your wounds and enjoy the nature. Hey. Village. Festival. Still some time before the festival starts. The locals are seemingly busy setting up stands and decorating the place. A few stands are already open, but you can't shake off the feeling. Something is wrong. It's getting late. Look for friends! Aw, nobody familiar is around. Not even the Rock. Enjoy the festival. Enjoy the festival. Aw, it's that guy again. You break out into cold sweat when you see the street vendor's twisted grimace. You back off, wishing it was only a mask. Well, it looks like it's a mask. A weird sound wakes you up. You step closer to the window and look out. You can't see anything and get ready to go back to bed when suddenly the moon comes from behind the thick clouds. Three hooded figures are standing at the forest's edge. One by one, they light their torches and disappear behind the trees. What was that about? Who are they? They all wore strange masks. Should you follow them into the forest, or try to find more information about the festival? Usually, I'm very quick to go into the forest, so let's relax a bit. Go to the festival. Enjoy it. Oh, it's that guy again. Sure. They only have one stall. They only have one stall. Going back to the inn, you overhear two masked villagers. They are talking about something. Waking at the next dawn. You wonder what's up with that. It's probably not safe here. You decide to block the entrance to your room with a nightstand. The festival's ending tomorrow and you can't be too careful. Yeah. Like, sure. We need to be rested. Didn't really do any exploring this time around. You stumble into your friend, Hiroyuki Mizutani. I need to move some stuff. Can you help? Yeah, sure. What does he do? Gains 1 stamp. What's good? Just waiting. Is that blood? Where is everybody? It's gotta be that one guy. With his creepy face. A trail of blood and sickly smelling sludge leads to the outskirts of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. Yeah. Well, let's go for a walk. It's said a famous priest died on this rock. Perhaps his mysticism has seeped into it. Tap to the power? No. You feel like you've attracted the attention of something terrible. Well, if there's skulls in the stone garden, that's not great. The thicket. Suddenly, the onyx medallion begins to shake violently. You try to stop it by pressing it hard to your chest, and it burns your skin. You yell in pain, catching the attention of a man standing nearby. He takes a step towards you and grabs your hand, clearly trying to help. Help, just like your friends tried to. Before you can say anything, the man explodes into a cornucopia of blood and gore. The medallion has claimed another victim. Well, at this point, might as well take a piece. Being guided by the medallion's strange powers, you stick your hand into the pile of steaming flesh. The meat fuses with your skin and slowly gets absorbed. Stamina and exp. And we have a stalker now. Somebody saw just exploding and say, "Oh, what a girl." Your friend has asked you to meet him at a certain secluded location. Getting there, you find a telescope with a note signed by your friend. The note tells you to look through the telescope. You don't see anything at first. Then you notice it. The bloated body of Asyolath is getting closer. Well, you have a feeling that you're being watched, and when you hear a branch snapping, you quickly turn around. There is someone standing in the trees just a few meters away. Oi. The decomposing skin and vacant stare can only mean one thing. It's a corpse. Someone's propped up. The idea that someone would do this so close to you and so quietly makes you shudder. Yeah. It's the abandoned factory. The sun is slowly rising as you get closer to the abandoned industrial building. Cautiously entering the factory, you can't help but notice the forest has become totally silent. You are not the only one trying to stop the ritual and save your friends. Special forces have raided the occult hideout, arresting the suspects. That outside, the handcuffed cult leader suddenly stops. You are too late. Say in a raspy voice. Our lord is free once more. Hey. Later that day, after an interrogation, the detectives let you go free. Festival guests are still missing to this day. You board the old bus, wondering what exactly happened out there. So yeah, we were indeed just out for a little bit of relaxation, and local scientists are baffled. An unprecedented aurora-like event has bathed the entire town in unnatural green glow. So yeah, it's very green. See, yeah, reason cost increased. Yeah. She looks decently happy with herself. How am I looking? Might as well take the reason. A bottle. It's a nice day. So... flood or sailors? Don't want to move to the village again. Branded again. More cursed signs. I probably want to get rid of the brand. It began with one fisherman who dragged something truly awful from the belly of the ocean. A dark, writhing ooze that mesmerized him beyond control. He hid himself away for a week, adoring it, not to be seen until one moonlit night when a young girl spotted his boat drifting away. A single lantern swinging at the helm and a captivated fisherman singing eerily to his catch. He's in love. Now more and more fishermen have begun to find the vile ooze in their nets, and one by one they are disappearing. Soon the ocean will have taken them all. It's got 2 items. Don't really want to do that. That's probably going to mean that's just they're just gonna sail away. There's no more fish in Shiokawa. Is that really our problem? You start your investigation, hoping to overhear some rumors at the fish market. Path is blocked by a rotting corpse covered in poison ivy. -4 stam. Tsuta-chan. 11 damage. Oof. Yeah. Bonk, bonk. I'll take the hit for the XPs. You gained a level. Eldritch Possession. Bonus to all stats depending on the amount of curses you have. -10%. Max. Sounds interesting. Knowledge, luck. Probably Dex to make it a little bit quicker again. It's like that's 2 extra. I have 5 curses. Although you braved the stench for hours, you glean nothing beside the fact the fisherman had a wife. Perhaps you should pay her a visit. Gonna be too late anyways. When you enter the metro car, you notice an oddly shaped package on the seat opposite of you. It's marked with your name. You reach for the package but hesitate, an icy feeling settling into the pit of your stomach. Examine. No. It's not until you unwrap it that you understand what it is. Shocked, you let it fall to the floor from your bloodied hands. When you arrive at the fisherman's house, it stands long vacated. Peering up through the dusty windows, you recoil in shock. Corpses are strung up on wires like macabre marionettes with painted smiles and rosy cheeks. Actually fit quite well. The fisherman's wife lies in the kitchen, mutilated and covered with black marks. Starting to get that itch to rest up. It looks like one of the previous owners of this mansion liked to read. Busty tomes reach to the ceiling. You don't have much time, but maybe you should spare a minute to look through the books. Yeah, sure. The notes lying on the table look like the ramblings of a madman, but you can see a method to their madness. Surely someone else must have caught one of these. You lurk around, hoping to spot one of them. Suddenly, the air around you begins to whirl. A supernatural wave of freezing wind is approaching. Brace yourself. The blizzard chills you to the bone and disappears as quickly as it began. Just like that. I can't help myself. Let's have a nap. The young man has glassy eyes and mumbles his replies as he caresses his catch. The beating movement of his arms disturbs you. It's not where a joint should be. The military exercise makes you feel safer, but are guns enough to stop the unspeakable horrors lurking out there? Resolve it. After slow interrogation, the young man manages to stutter out something about an organized fishing trip. Isn't that just interesting? Walking on the beach, you discover a giant charred pit. As you wonder what was burned here and why, you hear a crackling sound getting louder as everything around you becomes scorching hot. These microclimates. They're burning me. 9 damage for burning a fund. 18 damage in 1 turn. Or just leave. Really feeling leaving. Bye. You slip out at night and race towards the beach, terrified of what comes next. Are you really though? The full moon shines bright in the cloudless night sky. The ink-black ocean waves glimmer eerily. All the residents have drawn their shutters tight and locked their doors. Your footsteps are silent in the sand. The only audible sounds are your ragged breathing and pounding heartbeat. You arrive at the water's edge, breathless. The possessed fishermen's boats fill the horizon with their light. Tiny yellow spots navigating across a dark ocean under a dark sky. You cannot make out the figures on board. Hypnotized, you watch as they bob their way out of the harbor. The lanterns move farther and farther away, and you hear the odd chanting slowly fade with the wind. You stand in the cold until the final boat is out of sight, and it is pitch black again. There's nothing to do now. You head home, the weird chant still in your head. Yeah, it's just a quick one. No one spoke of the fishermen after they sailed off. Grieving mothers would not let their children anywhere near the cursed beach. Over time, people forgot the last time they saw a boat out on the waves. Mommy, why don't we go swimming in the sea? It's the black oozes. Preparing for the worst, people are stocking up on everything. Price hike. I mean, they already kidnapped the dog, so what's that gonna do? Can get some extra exp. That should be maximum now. 1414. Yep. Freakish fable of a frightening flood. Mind wipe. Don't know if I want to. Probably only want to get rid of that. If I can actually level. Holes might not do anything. A group of researchers from a university in Tokyo are researching a curious rock formation. It was discovered a few weeks ago by tourists in a village next to Shiokawa. You've read about it in a newspaper. The sudden disappearance of the tourists was the subject of school gossip for a few days, but ultimately no one was found. The rock formation must be somehow connected to the events happening in your town. Feeling that the researchers can help you, you decide to pack yourself and visit the village yourself. I do want to get rid of Stalker. So, let's see. The bus stops at... and then he died. The bus suddenly stops as the driver opens the door. Reluctantly, you notice you're still far from the village itself. However, before you can ask any questions, the bus's doors close. As the old bus drives away, you see the village in the distance. Hoping it won't rain too much, you stop to look at the clouds. Suddenly, you hear splashing behind you. That's strange. You thought you were the only passenger on the bus. Free stamina at this point. 12 damage. If I could get 2 of these in, that'd be great, but that's not gonna happen, so... Oh, we already are at 100%. Well, just go to town. You manage to defeat the mysterious assailant, and he flees into the woods before you can tear his mask off. Who was that? He tried to ambush the wrong girl. Pulls out a baseball bat. You can see the curious rock formation from the bridge leading to the village. The researchers are nowhere to be seen. Did the weather scare them off? The carved pillars are older than the village itself, and you couldn't find any information about them or the rituals they were connected with. Also, in the distance, you can see the village of Kaibara. You enter the inn hoping to find the research team there. Every room is filled except for one. Is empty. Total opposite for a moment. Every room was empty except for one. In the last one, you find a visibly stressed man, Matsuda-san, the expedition leader. Thank God you came. We've been attacked by the villagers and got separated. I'm worried for my colleagues. The things we've learned here, the knowledge, it's too dangerous. We must escape this place as soon as possible. Matsuda-san gulps and looks out of the window before continuing. The last time I saw my team was at the school. We used an empty classroom to keep our research notes and equipment. You should look there for clues. Remember, we must flee before the river level gets too high, or else. Sure. Let's break into the school. We have experience of breaking into stuff, especially if it's just a door you need to open. Slide it to the side. A weird bubbling sound lures you to the dark shower room. On the floor you find a swimsuit thrown over a grotesque leathery coil. Wait, that's not a coil. It is a woman. Get out the baseball bat. Can just bonk bonk. Yeah. That's the research notes, alright. The river's water level is rising. The village will soon be cut off from the outside world. Hurry up. He managed to find the empty classroom Matsuda-san was talking about. The researchers are gone, but hopefully the notes you found will help you locate them. It's... The pillars are related to the cult of a fertility goddess. People have refused to help us with the work and forbid us from researching the village's archives. Surely they just gave up on writing it. So... Well, let's might as well search the school for Sakina Okada. Yeah. Break in again. With the trail growing cold, it might be time for a different approach. Could a similar case have occurred in the past? A trip to the library was a good idea. No. The mere thought of studying all those old dusty newspapers makes your head hurt. There's no way you're going to waste an entire day in that moldering library. Managed to find Sakina Okada. Hey. Success. Feeling hungry, you've entered a small local restaurant and ordered a daily special made of today's catch. But where the hell did those fishermen go? Is that one by one, huh? Feeling the eyes of the restaurant's guests on your back, you take a small bite of the smelly seafood. It's surprisingly good, but you kindly refuse another serving. Aww. Come on. Investigation is taking a toll on you. 4% doom. We managed to find the theologist. Let's quickly head into the woods. The thicket. A giant plush toy half buried in a ditch. It's our Pokemon. Just try to bonk, bonk. The baseball bat doing work. The river's level is rising. Come on, we need the guy. Hearing some rustling behind a bush, you decide to hide behind a tree. There you spot 3 men, each armed with a rifle. They are obviously looking for something. Or someone. Oh, we are a people person. Hey there, says the hunter. This forest not safe at this hour. What are you doing here? Try to ask about the danger, but they just hand you a flashlight and point you to the nearest road. Something tells you should leave and not get in on their nerves. Oh yes. It's in our bag. Abandoned hut. Come on. Exploring the forest is exhausting. It's getting dark, so you decide to get back to the main road. But where? Find a way out. No. You seem to walk in circles, unable to leave the cursed forest. Hours later, a pair of hikers find you and help you. A little bit embarrassed. Found a linguist. Avengers assemble! We need to run. Escape the village. All villagers have disappeared. But where are they? Come on. Oh, yeah. Curious rocks. As you get closer to the bridge leading out of the village, Matsuda-san suddenly stops. I know this tune. Before you can react, he begins to undress and runs into the darkness. Shocked, you begin to hear a faint moaning coming from the rock formation. What you see there feels unreal. All the villagers are naked. They are dancing around a pillar. Something slowly emerges from the river. Now, can it deal with my baseball bat? Extra combat damage. 2 extra combat damage. 12 damage on the bat. So... go to town again. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oh, yeah, they're back. It's back. And attack at once. Bonk. Bonk. Ah. Stop being difficult, game. There we go. The eldritch monster disappears as suddenly as it appeared. All that's left of Kaibara village is a group of deeply confused villagers. Among them you quickly locate the embarrassed Matsuda-san. Luckily the research team parked the jeep on a hill that wasn't affected by the flood. Knowing what that time is of the essence, they drive you back to Shiokawa and promise that they will alert the government. Gonna send more jets. Can only hope that help will arrive in time. More holes are spreading. Dangerous bands of rioters are gathering. Well, those aren't going to do anything to us. Let's head home for a spell. Drop off the research notes. Take the flashlight. That might actually come in handy. As a light source. Flashlight. Of course, the holy candles didn't do anything. Get some extra reason. Look at the bottle. And the lighthouse. It's a nice day. We did all mysteries. Town screen. Now, do I want to get rid of the mind wipe? Not necessarily. Enter the lighthouse, as it stands tall and foreboding at the edge of the water. You finally made it inside the cursed lighthouse. Your gut is telling you two things. That whoever or whatever is behind the weird events must be on the highest floor of this place, and that you should run away from this place as far and as fast as you can. You're afraid there won't be a way back once you start climbing. You're very healthy. Climb! There's an extra floor. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice an electrical cable. It seems to connect the door to the hole inside the central pillar. There's a switch inside. You'll have to risk getting cut by numerous glass shards and knives. You manage to locate this door switch while avoiding the knives and glass shards. With a buzz, the gate opens. It's very different to the last attempt. Climbing up the winding staircase, you are stopped by a masked man wearing expensive suit. The rules have changed, kiddo, he says, taking the jacket and the mask off. Nothing personal, really. Nothing personal, kid. I do need to try to get handcuffs for him. But, yeah. Just swing away. That baseball bat. That bat. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped. Wait a minute. Someone broke into your apartment, stole all the clues and newspaper clippings, and pinned them here. The more you study them, you discover you can't remember any of them, except select the second mystery you investigated. That was the eels. Yeah. You rip the newspaper clipping of a case you seem to remember. Underneath it, a tiny button. You press it and the gate opens. Just quickly. Doom effigy. That's not gonna do anything. Quick thinking might actually come up. So gonna get more knowledge. So. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped. Wait a minute. Someone's been taking photos focused on you. The photos include an enemies you fought with. There's something wrong, but you can't precisely say what. The second enemy you fought this run. It's like I have... Really not sure. Did I run from Tsutachan and Totoro? Telephone pole and balls? It's not going to be that bad if it's wrong. Your head starts to hurt. Is everything just something you've imagined? The photos suddenly disappear. So does the door, allowing you to continue. Wasn't that one. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. A cable that should be powering it is currently disconnected. The power box itself is covered by a weird moist goo. Just inhaling the fumes makes your eyes itch and water. But to power the gate, you'll need to disconnect a faulty plug. Let's do it! Nope, strength check failure. You're surprised at how much effort it takes to disconnect a faulty plug. As you force it, the weird goo burns your fingers. Finally, you manage to separate the faulty plug and connect the proper cable. With a buzz, the gate opens. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by darkness. A thick black cloud is obscuring your vision and you can swear something is waiting for you inside of it. We actually have a light source. The light source seems to somehow repel the darkness and you continue to climb the staircase. Safe. 10x. And just like that, it's the top of the lighthouse. The dark clouds swirl around the lighthouse. Did you arrive too late? Just kick the telescope. Kick it. Do, 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 do. As the unnatural fog slowly lifts, you are relieved and collapse on the floor. Bonk. The next day, everything feels like a bad dream. You've managed to stop the ritual awakening the Elder Joel God. But what's done is done. It will stir in its slumber again and again until the stars are right once more. You are safe. For now. One new achievement. 9 new enemies. 2 new events. Burdened by a mind wipe. Dude. So... What's the achievement for winning with... Ayaka? This one? No, that's just the standard stuff. That's her. That's all the backstories. When your 6th playthrough. Unlocks full card pack. Okay. Feed an outer entity. Now. Game of the 6th character. Tracksuit. Burn down a school building. Yeah. Surprise the dog. Ghastly stuff. Ghost Town. Closing in on Shiokawa History 5. That's probably a location. Anyway. Can probably do one more. Mysterious myth of Medusa. Metamorphosis. Nightmare news of the noisy nails. More stuff. Randomized for bad luck. Doot doot. Something strange is happening in our town. Bam. Haru's still left behind. If I'm not completely wrong. I probably should be trying to get her ending. I've played her twice today, so give Haru a chance. A change. I can master. Go Itotu. It's clobbering time. The supposed cause of destruction of the Library of Alexandria, a perfect black marble statue, has been recently rediscovered and is currently awaiting in the Museum of for its long-awaited premiere. Hunted by the cult. This is more Doom, but you get more unique combat encounters. Cigarettes. Yeah, still wanna like this. The illegal den. That's all. Empty bottle. Give me some water. Hey, and some exp. For good measure. Go full Kiryu. So, what's this? The Botanist. Noisy Nails. A new one, nice. Spine-chilling story of school scissors. The oldest and the newest, I guess. And more sailors. More found footage. I have all these endings on my PC file. I just don't really remember how to get to all of them. Let's do the new one first. Only killed me twice today. Nightmare news of Noisy Nails. That's that picture. The morbid killing spree continues as another body is found in the city's river. Every victim shares one common trait. Their finger and toenails are missing. They've been ripped, they've been pried off. Why nails? Could the killer have a hidden motive? Are they sending a message? You must hurry up before they claim another victim. With no leads, a trip to the police station could be useful. Your friend's cousin works there and she could help you. Time is of the essence, so you decide to take a shortcut through the abandoned building site. And that's why we head to the hardware shop at the seaside to buy ourselves a weapon. A pocket knife. I want to. I'll take a crowbar. Fine. Now we are prepared to bonk. And we immediately head to the restaurant. It's been almost a year since a childhood friend moved away to another city. He left suddenly without even saying goodbye. In a recent letter, he apologized for his disappearance and asked you to remove the furniture from his flat because he wanted to sell it. In the envelope, you find a key to his apartment. Yeah, help him out. Find another letter behind the wardrobe. Explains the reason your friend left and was that the shadow people were stalking him. You shudder when you realize you haven't seen the moving company's truck driver's face. Ah, damn you shadow people. Reluctantly, your friend's cousin gives you a photocopied file. You thank her and leave quietly and quickly. Ugh. The school building seems like a safe place to study the file. Really? Does it? The school teacher from hell, probably a lizard person? Wait, why is it suddenly so dark outside? You stand by the window to take a look. Black smog emerges from the courtyard, coating everything in an oily vapor. Observe. By the time you realize the vapor's forming into a giant hand, it's too late. It crashes through the window, sending shards of glass everywhere. That's surprisingly cartoonish. Gossip. The victims of the serial killer seem to be chosen randomly. There's no obvious pattern in regard to age, sex, and education. You should continue your search in a hospital where the victims are. Yeah, I should do that. Let's talk to a couple of children. I've overheard my parents talking about a horrible accident. They say that the girl's father was mad from grief. Wanna help? She wants to help. Extra knowledge. Recently, the tap water in my entire neighborhood started tasting weird. Almost like blood. Come help. -1 luck. Well, bye. He hasn't been the same since he came back. Why are they all... Why are you all so useless? Could the killing have anything to do with the father who lost his daughter in an accident? Okay. That's a good question. Investigate killer encounter. You can't shake off the feeling that you're being watched. Okay. You try to sneak into the mortuary, but the hospital staff is on high alert. You decide to wait here a bit. Maybe you'll manage to find a way in. Huh. Well, let's have a look. You meet with your friend who has recently started her nurse practice. You lazily chant on the roof of the hospital, watching the sunset. Now would be the perfect opportunity to ask about the recent unearthly events. Sure, ruin the mood. The story is about missing patients, mysterious surgeries, mysterious surprises, mysterious surgeries, and a strange infection are helpful, but they kill the mood. You must leave this place. One of the mortuary technicians acts strangely. He has left the building and returned twice already. Each time he comes back, an ambulance of a new victim arises. Travel to killer encounter. You gonna shank us? Oh, there's... Is that a mask as well? On your way to the next destination, you stop the tall man wearing a dirty kabuki mask. He's talking to a woman and slowly reaching into his pocket. Alert the woman! You aside there quickly and run between the pair, screaming. The panicked woman flees, but the masked man grabs you by the neck. Before you can protest, he takes a pair of pliers out of his pocket and rips off one of your nails. Why? You notice that the man keeps his hospital key in a back pocket. If you could steal it, entering the hospital would be much easier. Yeah, sure. Sure, steal it. Steal it in a random building. Something is wrong. You don't see anyone on the street, and you could have sworn it was crowded just a minute ago. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You excuse yourself after bumping into the man. He frowns and hurries away, not noticing that you've managed to steal his hospital keys. Only the greatest. You're stopped by a masked man wearing a lab coat. He introduces himself as a researcher from Tokyo University, testing a new treatment method that promises to revolutionize modern medicine. Holding out a pile of documents, he tells you he can heal your wounds for free. Just need to sign here. Oh, fine. Usually decline this. Nope. Broken bone. Later, you wake up in an abandoned surgical ward within the old part of the hospital with a nasty new wound. The doctors nowhere to be found. Aww. That's all I have going for me. It's getting dark and the suspicious man has not returned yet. Now is your only chance to check out the mortuary and learn about the serial killer's victims. Bad timing for a broken bone. Using the hospital key, you've managed to enter the mortuary floor unnoticed. The hospital floor is eerily quiet, and you prepare your weapon, wondering what's going to happen next. The whole room has a pungent, irritating smell you can barely stand. All the dissection tables are empty, and you're afraid to think of where the bodies are now. You must hurry up before the suspected killer returns back. Is that a human nail? The masked man jumps from behind the door and you barely dodge his blade. The kabuki killer takes a step back, revealing his gruesome artwork. An unfinished statue of a child made of human nails. Suddenly, the statue springs to life and bites the man's neck. The serial killer is visibly confused and tries to stop the bleeding as a geyser of blood paints the whole mortuary red. The being's face slowly turns towards you. Yeah. Unfinished child. Well, I have a crowbar. Crowbar. That's gonna be... That's 4 turns. It's rough. Bonk. Right, we can do it. Bonk. Oh, that's just terrible. 8 damage. Just a little bit on edge. Got him. The horrible nails beast finally stops moving. Knowing you won't be able to explain it to the police, you trigger the fire alarm and escape before anyone arrives. The father's grief led to the creation of this monster. Hopefully they will be joined in death. Yeah. We did it, sorta. Something wrong with the tap water. It's black and oily and glistening. Come on, game. Yeah, some animal guts and a key. Well, I do have some bottled water. Sure. That didn't help. Does that even do anything? Are you taking a bath? Well, core strength. A Yakuza card. Oh, probably on core strength. If it's even going to be relevant at this rate. That's harsh. Harsh. I'll put on a brave face. Not do the school scissors just yet. Bizarre brute of the blood-curdling botanist. Your neighbor asks you for help. Her husband, Shiro-san, has gone missing. She is worried it might be connected with the new fertilizer he ordered from Tokyo. Where is he, and why would he need so much fertilizer? A reasonable question. You've got a business card of a gardening company where the missing man was working. Maybe some of his colleagues could tell you something useful. Maybe. Let's look at the fungus. Oh, let's get rid of the broken bone probably as well. That's the wrong one. Pain medication. Is that considered a minor injury? No, of course that's a major one. Hello. The emergency department is crowded as a direct result of the weird things happening in your town. Finally, you are asked to the doctor's office. Well, please. Oh, too fun. Should have sold my cigarettes. All over the place. I'll... don't really want it, but I'll go for a quick break. I'll be back in a moment. Soul. Let's deal with that botanist. Do I want to... I probably want to visit the school. Well, I want to take a nap. And then I'll visit the school. The museum started hanging up posters for promoting the Greek art exhibition, unaware of the danger the opening night may prove to be the last night for all of us. Itotu is coming, and now you know the date. So let's go for another nap. And get the second school investigation in. You enter the art workshop. The room is cluttered with half-finished sculptures and bizarre masks hanging on the wall. One sculpture strikes you as eerily realistic. I want a mask. A demon mask. Nice. 1 damage. Less max stamina, but for now, don't mind the extra damage. Nice in theory. A new yet unfinished species of the cordyceps fungus has been observed to infect rats, taking over their bodies. Could it have the same effect with other mammals? Yeah, on our way to The Last of Us. So rest up again. Investigate downtown. Investigate the gardening company. In the morning, you usually only remember glimpses of your dream. You know 2 things. First, they are always both terrifying and inescapable. Second, the man from your nightmares is standing on the other side of the street, looking for you. I like to confront people. We are a people person. 7 charisma or perception. Getting closer, you decide a man doesn't really remind you of the person from your nightmares. You feel good about confronting your fears. Shiro-san has always been a weirdo, but he's good at what he does. Last month, he ordered a pack of an experimental fungicide from Tokyo. I think I've seen the dispatch order of the address somewhere. The old man says, help me move this dirt and I'll look for you. Sure. Shovel dirt. The road seems to twist and turn when you're not looking, trapping you in this neighborhood. Well, you spend hours trying to find a way out. Finally, completely exhausted, you end up on the main street as the passage to the blighted neighborhood slowly closes behind you. While the dispatch order is stained with a foul-smelling liquid, you think you can make out the address. At least parts of it. The house is somewhere in the nearby forest. Go look. Go look. You stumbled upon a forgotten bookstore in a small alley. The interior is cluttered with dusty old tomes, animal bones, weird vials, and stuffed exotic animals you don't even recognize. Can I help you? Asked the tiny man behind the counter. I have things that will surely help you in your quest. How much for this bottled water? Actually fun. How much for my cigarettes? I'll take a magic item. An eldritch amulet. I'm sure you'll make good use out of this. 10 reason. Hey. Thanks, guy. It's dark. You don't remember the trees growing so close to each other. Ah. But my demon mask. A sudden storm forces you to find shelter in a nearby cave. Looking around, you discover strange markings on the wall. Try to read them. Aw, what could it mean? The dirt road you've been following suddenly ends. You have to go back. Abandoned hut. In the forest you hear faint whimpering in the distance. When you find it, you discover a wild dog caught with its hind leg in a bear trap. The dog growls menacingly. Help the dog. Always help the dog. You free the injured dog. Thankful, the animal follows you. Camp dog. Additional inventory slot. What's good, dog? Looks at you as you pat its head. We pet the dog. The dirt road looks promising, but it branches in 2 different directions. Which one is the correct one? Go left. And the little dog sprite. A wet splash behind you makes you stop. You slowly turn around to see a young girl sluggishly walking in your direction. In her eyeball, there's a swarm of disgusting worms. One of them falls to the floor of a wet splash. Infested girl. Don't have quite enough damage. Especially if we miss. There you go. 8 XP. It's a lot of damage for 8 XP. The dirt road looks promising, but it branches in 2 different directions. Go left. As if it matters in any way, form. A parasitic organism burrows under the bark, undulating slowly. Investigate. It's flabby and sticky, makes you recoil. Stumble upon a half-eaten deer carcass. Oh. I wanted a full deer. Finally, after what felt like hours of following the dirt road, you find the old mansion. It's completely overgrown with plants you've never seen before. In front of the mansion, there's a gardening company minivan filled with boxes. Slowly you enter the building with caution. You stand in the middle of the room and suddenly the floor gives way. You fall down to the basement. Failing through the hole in the floor. You find yourself in an overgrown basement. In the corner lies a man you recognize. It's Shido-san, the missing gardener. You must help him escape this cursed place. We know about the fungus. Let's have a look at him. What's that? The top of Shido-san's head flies off, revealing his brain. Out of it bursts the fruiting bodies of a fungus. It is the garden. That's gonna be... Oh, we are already dead. Unless... Oh, we can't. Yeah, because we're not quick. Interesting. Bonk him! We're so dead. Which is fine. Nope. Oh, we're not dead. We're insane. The encounter was the final straw. Your mind has snapped and you've been locked up in an asylum. It would be comforting except that you were insane. That no old god is awakening to devour humanity. But the drugs haven't made these horrors disappear. Well, they're trying to reach in from the little ventilation space. No new achievements. Poor Haru. Yeah. Just 3.5 hours today. Oh well. We had a few decent runs of the new characters. Seeing we had one attempt die off on the last one, second to last, the last floor of the lighthouse, which that's kind of mean, but what can you do at that point? Could have rested one more time, I guess, but didn't see that slit artery coming, because that's what ultimately killed us in that run. Not being able to deal with such a heavy wound. So just RNGsus pulled the handbrake and got that one. run to a full stop. But at least Ayaka managed to win her run. And we did get a new card pack out of it. New mysteries. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Would prefer another new character or another backstory, but we'll get to those. We'll get to those. There are evidently a couple more to be unlocked. Evidently. But I will be leaving that for next week. I'll instead focus on my evening plannings for today. So I will be calling it at this point. All in all, not many achievements today, but again, felt decent overall. Curse Girl is funny. Not sure about the other one with the cheaper level ups. But she is definitely interesting. Probably an easy one to also force is just getting the mermaid achievement. That's something to look at next time, or not mermaid achievement, but the 10 damage of a kick. Where is it? Yeah. Does Aiko defeat a mad janitor? That's probably decently easily achievable just by re-rolling the mysteries into the mermaids with her. So I might have to look at more focused unlocking of a couple of these side objectives. There's also still the totally other timeline that I've not yet touched at all in these 5 weeks at this point. So 5 streams. And I don't remember playing the alternate timeline on my PC file, but that would have been months ago in any case. So, but yeah, that's something to look forward to for next Friday. For now, I'm done. I'll be back tomorrow with my Bloodborne, my Hunter's Axe playthrough. Not sure if I want to continue Lords of the Fallen on Sunday. Still a bit angry at the game. But hey, it's just, I don't know. No. Need to stop myself from complaining about the door trigger for the rune. So I'll just cut myself off at that point. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks to the follows on Twitch and the subscribers on YouTube. It does help. It also motivates. Yay. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. So, hopefully see you then. And World of Horror will be back next Friday. Same time, same place. Ooh. Oh, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice Friday evening. Nice start into your weekend. And bye-byes.